What's up, guys? And you join me, Justin, and I am sitting in a car that has actually eluded me for many years. It's the new Audi RS7. And here's the thing, right? So, a little bit of backstory here. My second ever Audi launch was that of the Audi A7 when it just came to South Africa. And I fell in love with the car. I loved its four-door coupe design. I loved that fastback rear with the boot spoiler that would lift up. And I think it just looked so good. And I got to experience quite a few of them. I got to experience the 3-litre diesel, the 3-litre bi-turbocharged diesel, even the 3-litre petrol, the Audi S7. However, it was this, the RS7, that always eluded me. And I don't know why. I absolutely adore this car. I've always liked it, especially the previous model. So when Audi said to me, listen, do you want to drive the new one? I said, absolutely, 100%. I'm there. And yeah, it's seriously good. Okay, so here are some things that I like. Number one, the looks. Now, very muscular, very aggressive, very scary. That's the kind of thing that I get with this car. It's wide, it's flat. It just looks so aggressive. It's also a lot wider than a normal A7. In fact, it's about 40 millimeters wider, purely because of the wheel arches. This car just looks so good. These wide, flared wheel arches are also filled with 22-inch tires. So everything on this car is a lot. There's a lot going on with the visuals. There's a lot going on with the tires. There's a lot going on with its whole presence. It's really in your face. And driving it around, people really look at it. Because it's just so different. And especially in this blue, it's so... And like this blue gets dirty, so the car is hardly ever clean. So you kind of have like this dirty car with these black wheels that are full of brake dust, and it just exudes this kind of rough, raw character, and I love that about this thing. What I would love even more is if there was a button in here somewhere to put the wing up, right? Which is a button to do that. I just wish it would stay up. Like there should be a button to keep it up, because this car looks so aggressive when that rear spoiler is up. I mean, yeah, it looks okay with it down, but I prefer it up. I just think it looks great all the time. Alrighty, let's get on to the interior. So very much similar to other Audis in the entire range. You've got 3 digital screens over here, your digital instrument cluster, your infotainment screen, and then you have one for your climate control. These two over here, your digital infotainment system and your climate control screen, they have haptic feedback. So when you push a button, you can feel like you're pushing a button even though you're not pushing a button. It's whatever. It's actually really nice. And once you get familiar with the system, it's easy to use. There is wireless Apple CarPlay, which is great. So connect that, and yeah, all your troubles seem to go away. What I like now about the digital instrument cluster is Audi give you an option to actually change the graphic, which they didn't do before. You could change kind of like the layout. So you could have either a full map, small little dials, whatever. Now though, you actually get to change the graphic, which is really cool. And you can do that by using a very nice button now here on the steering wheel called RS mode. So RS mode is basically like your M buttons on the BMW M car, where you can preload a certain setting that you want. So you can set like your hardcore, stability control off, loud exhaust, all that kind of stuff. And then when the need arises, just push the RS mode and the car is hunkered down, ready to go. Other things, seats are really comfortable. There is a decent amount of space. However, tall people at the back might find that the headroom is a little bit limiting because of its coupe-like design. However, it's a coupe-like design. If you want a lot of headroom and a lot of practicality, then maybe the Audi RS6, which is exactly the same as this, just looks different, should be on your list. I've been driving around and it's really great. What I like too is this car's got rear steering. So when you park it, the rear wheels can turn up to 5 degrees in the opposite direction to the front wheels. So parking this thing is super, super easy. And driving around here, busy filming and stuff, you know, trying to make a U-turn, it really just turns around in the road super easy. You don't have to like do like a 50-point turn or anything like that. However, this is an Audi RS7 and it should be driven. So let's hit the road and I'll tell you what it's like to drive. Alrighty. So up front is a 4-litre twin turbocharged V8 that develops around 441 kilowatts and 800 Newton meters of torque. 0 to 100 is achieved in around 3.6 seconds, but the 8-speed gearbox and the quattro all-wheel drive system benefit the engine and its power so well that even though this car has less power than the E63 or the new M5, it doesn't feel that way. In fact, its 0 to 100 time can be and has been achieved quicker. The combination here is phenomenal, and so too is the sound. Okay, so that's the power figures. Now, there are various driving modes that you can go through. There's efficiency, which when you put it in efficiency, the 48-volt mild hybrid system is fully aware of its surroundings, and the car can actually switch off from about 21 kilometers an hour to save fuel when you're coasting up to a stop. The starter motor can start the car a lot quicker, more efficiently. The aircon goes into a bit of an eco, but you don't care about that shit. This is an RS7. Come on. Right, so enough talking about all that kind of stuff. Let's get into the drive, shall we? Right, so let's get RS mode enabled over here. There we go. Alrighty, let's try this. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. Holy moly, that, wow. Wow. Oh, that made me a bit sick. Okay. Let's get some aircon going here. That is potent. That is a potent launch control. Yeah, no, that, wow. Okay. Very impressive. What I find is that the car's in-gear acceleration, yeah, I mean, I cannot tell you how fast it's jumping by like tens. the whole time. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, but screw me on the brakes there. Okay, one thing that's really great about this car is the quattro all-wheel drive system. So with the sports differential, it can actually send up to 85% of its power to the rear wheels, giving a very rear wheel drive kind of sensation when sweeping through the corners. But you have the extra front grip just to give you a little bit of comfort when you're barreling down the road at all the kilometers per hour. Most of the time it's doing a 60-40 split, which is great for I think all the road conditions nowadays, and it just adds and improves on the safety factor. But what's it like through some corners here? It's actually pretty good. The rear steering can now change by up to 2 degrees through the corners, making the car a lot more dynamic, a little bit easier to handle. And it hides its size so well. I mean, this is a big car, it's over 2 tons, but pitching it through some corners here, oh, it's lovely. Oh, it is lovely. It's a lovely thing. Got a beautiful heads-up display. Tell me when to change gears. I feel like a fighter pilot. Oh, the gearbox is so responsive. Really so responsive. I mean, we are shifting. I am not hanging about. Wow. Let's calm it down. So here's the thing. I've waited very long to drive an Audi RS7. Very long. And the wait was worth it. And I'm happy about that, because sometimes they say, don't meet your heroes, you know? And this is the one super fast German Autobahn cruiser that has eluded me. And I was always scared. I was always like, oh, I really hope it's nice to drive. I really hope it doesn't disappoint, and it hasn't. It is a phenomenal thing. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.